Game Trade.
Hello everybody! Welcome to Game Trade, where we trade games, trivia, and banter.
Indeed. I'm Humane, and since this is Game Trade Blue, our player today is Garland, the Star Warrior from the Galactic Ares Reticulation. So, what is Game Trade? Well, we all have our favorite games. Naturally, some will be more passionate about a game than the other. Here at Game Trade Blue, the idea is that Garland is going to play something that I am passionate about. Next time it will be Game Trade Red, where I will play a game that he is passionate about. So, with all the context out of the way, what are we playing today?
We're playing Demons Might Weep, better known as Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening.
Yes, that is an interesting alternate title that I never heard before, Black Hill.
Yeah, Black Hill's, he's got the ins and outs of these franchises.
Exactly.
But yeah, most people would know it as Devil May Cry 3. Mm-hmm. We've been playing it for a few weeks now. Mm-hmm. We almost finished it 2 weeks ago, but we had a computer crash, and then we did Game Trade Red last week. So now we're back to try to finish Devil May Cry 3 and hope that things don't fall apart.
Yeah, so I guess one way we could fix it is maybe not do the platform challenge, but I guess you could also still try it, but we'll see how... if for some reason another crash happens, at least we can tell that it's because of the platforming section for some reason.
Yeah, we'll see if I don't know if I want to do it, but we'll see.
Alright then. Okay. Yeah, I guess we should switch over to the gameplay then?
I think we can switch over now.
Alright, switching over now.
The Legend of Sparta? When I was young, my father would tell me stories about it. Long ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
We're gonna move on.
Yes, indeed. And no data.
Which is so scary, but...
Yeah.
There is data there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the downside of the crash is that we're back at the beginning of the mission, but it's not too far off from where we were.
You know what? Actually, that might be used as a benefit, actually. If we already know what is going to happen anyway. Well, okay, let's still let the cutscene play as it is.
Yeah.
Right, the newspaper. There, 18.
Another blink and you miss it.
Yep. It is funny how it can be either so obvious or it is something so blink you miss it. Alright, yeah, what I wanted to try out, in fact, is how about you go to customize right now?
Okay.
Okay, and style, and switch to doppelganger. Oh, you're right, you're already on doppelganger. Okay, fine, okay. At least we can just test it out, because I do want to point out a certain thing with doppelganger that wouldn't be that obvious on a first glance. So yeah, how about you just start the mission?
Okay.
Alright, so quickly do a lock on right now, just so we can see how many. Yeah, okay, so you have you have 7 devil runes right now. If you use doppelganger, don't use it yet, just saying, if you do use doppelganger, it is essentially going to be your devil trigger, because you are going to use your devil runes to keep the doppelganger on. So with that in mind, what happens if you press the devil trigger button while in doppelganger? Well, that's a little thing that's going to happen, is that you add a little delay to the input of the doppelganger. So this is a very advanced thing. I just wanted to point out that is a thing. Like, how about you just? I thought you pulled the devil trigger. Yeah. No. Yes. So yeah. How about you press lock on and circle in order to summon the doppelganger, and then just mash triangle for a bit.
triangle. Okay.
Yeah, it is in sync right now, but now press the devil trigger button. Ah, okay. Yeah, now it's too late. Okay, yeah, but I just wanted to show that the moment you press the devil trigger button once, from then on there's a little delay to what the doppelganger does. So you will punch, and then like a half second later, that's when the doppelganger will do his own punch. It's some very advanced things. People will use it in combo videos and all that. I don't expect you to make proper use of it, but I figured I might as well just explain that to you before before the stream would end, before we ever get to that, I guess.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't hear what you said because he's so loud when he's in Devil Trigger that I didn't hear you say press it.
Oh, right. Yeah. So yeah, you but that's what the Devil Trigger button does during doppelganger is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Well, I'll build it up once we get to another fight, and then we can test that out.
All right. But yeah, I guess this is how we link the cha-cha-cha to chess, I guess. Yeah, now you already kind of know the gist of these chess pieces, that the moment the pawns actually do reach the next part, the other side, they will actually transform. And you can only damage them when they are actually lighted up.
Okay.
That's essentially to prevent you from just killing the king right there and then, I guess.
Yeah, because he's still got that protection on him.
Mm-hmm. I might as well point out, anyone who has played Devil May Cry 1, they may recognize how the king looks. So, just pointing it out there. I love how that switch was just completely useless to the king. Okay, now the king is in a different position.
Okay, so...
Yeah, doppelganger. And you can press the double trigger button in order to delay the doppelganger's attacks a bit.
Okay, I'll try.
Oh. I don't know what happened.
I did it right.
Okay. Huh. Okay, well, I guess we'll just continue then.
Yeah. The reflection is just a copy from the camera, from the top. Yeah, it is kind of weird.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, this is before it was before we had things like ray tracing. Even before, yeah, okay. Ray tracing is nowadays what they will use to make reflections and all that. Before that, what they would do is just have literally a copy of the room with a transparent screen and all that. Yeah, but usually they draw the model upside down. Yeah, I don't know why they chose to do it this way, but it is what it is. Okay, so, yeah, in terms of weapons, I guess Rebellion would probably be better against them, if only because Rebellion has more reach. Like, Beowulf would have more damage, but reach is kind of more important against these guys than damage.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yeah. Maybe because they couldn't render all the pieces twice, but I would still draw Dante. Well, they already are making a reflection of the environment anyway. They might as well just flip it upside down. At that point, it doesn't actually make that much of a difference. All right, so yeah, The accursed platforming section, that is to the left of the foot. So if you don't want to do it, just don't go to the left of the foot, I guess.
Yeah, so the platforming section, that was just a secret mission, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that only is going to give you a, what do you call that? Blue fragment.
Yeah, fragment of a blue orb, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm okay with not doing it, but if you want to do it, go in there. I don't want to take my chances.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately the platforming in Devil May Cry 3 is not that good. They kinda improved on it in DMC Devil May Cry and then took those improvements to put in Devil May Cry 5. So, yeah.
Yeah. Which is understandable, but you know. It's time consuming for one thing, but for the other it's just yeah, for some reason this version of the game isn't entirely stable on my computer.
Yeah.
But,
it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh well.
So anyway, yeah, I think I hinted to this before in the previous stream, but yeah, there's some Mega Man stuff here, because this is essentially the boss rush. Yeah. Oh, the platforming in the reboot was probably the best part, to be honest. That and the Slurmy factory, I guess. Alright, so what is different about this compared to Mega Man? And I actually would recommend not grabbing the green orbs, just keep them in order to heal if you need to. But, okay, go towards the... Okay, when I say forward, I really do mean towards where the statue is. Yeah, so keep following along that, following along those stairs right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so, ooh, MC Escher. Yeah, just keep following the path right now. Don't interact with any of these right now.
Okay.
Because I just want to point out how a certain thing works. Oh, okay, so I guess you're supposed to take the stairs up then.
Okay.
Yeah, I misremembered how these MC Escher things are working. So yeah, go to the left. Just consider each of my directions based on the camera, I guess. So yeah, keep following along the path. Yeah. So this giant slab thing. Notice all those colors. All you need to do, you don't act. Compared to the Mega Man boss rushes, you don't need to actually beat all the bosses. All you need to do is connect. What was it? Yeah, is to connect at least 3 orbs with each other, or what was it? I think it was literally just at least 3 paths lighting up. Because if you have, for example, the black one, and connect that to the purple one up there, and then have the purple one connect to the white one, and then the white one connected to any of the other ones, then yeah, you have succeeded. You don't actually need to have defeated all the bosses. So yeah, that's something to consider. Let's see, if I remember correctly, white would be Beowulf. Actually, I don't really... Yeah, it's been a long time since I actually remembered which were the optimal bosses. But yeah, I think the best thing for you to do is just kind of look at the images and just consider, is that a boss that I would want to fight with, and then interact with it, fight the boss, and then see which one lights up, and then try to picture any of the other bosses that might have a color that connects to it. Or if you want a blue, orb, here's the thing: if you want a blue orb, then you actually do want to defeat all the bosses. But it's a little bit more time-consuming as a result. But yeah, it's a choice up to you, I guess.
Okay. Well, let's see. Well, if we can at least open up the path first, and depending on how well we do, maybe we'll try to do all of them.
Yeah.
But
okay, that one's Nevin, either way. If you are going to use Nevin, I do recommend going to the Statue of Space and Time and switching over to Agni and Rudra.
Okay.
Speaking of which, that is Agni and Rudra right there.
so I think I just picked up a health orb. I didn't even see it.
And that's Garyon. I mean, you can kind of see the horse like anatomy there. What was that? I think that is okay, if I remember correctly, this is not so much well, this is technically the Hell Vanguard as a boss, but because the Hell Vanguard on its own is not that much, you essentially have a redo of Mission 2, where you fight a bunch of enemies before you reach the Hell Vanguard.
Ah, okay. Enemy rush, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And that's the heart of Leviathan.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, eventually you kind of learn the layout of this place. That one there is Cerberus.
Okay. Let's put on... Oh wait, no, wrong side. Okay. Let's go this way.
That's the Millipede.
Okay.
If you are going to do the Millipede, I would actually recommend using Cerberus instead. That's a doppelganger, in which case I recommend Beowulf.
Beowulf, okay. I think we looked at all of them now?
Yeah, I think we did.
Okay.
So I do have to say, I do prefer how they did it like this compared to what Mega Man or Mega Man X would usually do, because with how Mega Man X usually does it, you would just have a bunch of portals, but you would have no idea which boss you're actually going to fight. At the very least here, you can essentially choose. And not only that, your choice actually matters because you don't actually have to beat all of them. So you can actually pick who you are actually good against. So yeah, I do prefer this over how Mega Man X usually does it.
Yeah, I would agree. Because there it does just feel like, okay, it's just a boss rush for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Here it's like, well, it's a little more, I guess, because it's got the statues and there's crazy weird worlds, so...
Yeah. If you are going to fight against Nevin, I would recommend practice a bit the jet stream, which is Agni and Rudra, and holding triangle while locking on and forward.
Can I even do that with this? I don't think I can switch weapons.
You can't?
No?
Oh, I did not know that was disabled here. Okay, well, yeah, right now you are in Rebellion right now, so you are going to have to switch to Agni and Rudra, and just remember that Jetstream is lock on forward and hold triangle. So not tap triangle, but hold triangle.
Okay. Lock on forward and hold triangle.
Yeah, because that attack is very useful against the bats. Okay, well, I guess you weren't close enough. Oh, sheesh. Oh. Okay, well, I really thought that it would have actually just deleted all the bats, but at least it deletes most of the bats in one go. Oh, well, there you go.
I don't know if that double trigger thing did anything.
Well, actually, I did think there was a little bit of a... Oh, whoops. In hindsight, maybe you should have switched to Trickster. I just want to show the doppelganger thing just to show its capabilities, but Trickster is probably still the better option at this point.
Yeah. Maybe I'll switch back after fighting her.
Yeah. At least this is gold mode, so you are essentially... You still have unlimited continues and all that. that said, that was a lot of damage thanks to the doppelganger.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a doppelganger did a what do you call it? If it also leveled up, then I'd feel more comfortable in using it.
Yeah.
Because then it's working towards something.
Yeah. I guess by comparison, Virgil is still better against Nevin, just because his judgment cut is so much more effective against the bats.
Yeah.
Nice. Pretty good.
All right. Almost there.
Oh, you don't have Devil Trigger, so, she... Oh, okay, good. Okay. I was kind of worried that, she was going to, take your health there, but, fortunately, you had Kalina Ann.
Yeah, I was just like, you know, this will be funny.
Yeah. Alright. Good job.
There's nothing in here, right?
No. Not as far as I know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
So what happens now?
yeah. Let's see which one lights up. Okay, that one lights up. Which means that okay, so at the very least, black, I do know that is Doppelganger, and white, that is Beowulf. So that's at the very least, those two do connect with Nevin. If you are going to face it off against Beowulf, I do recommend switching over to Trickster, just because now with your air trick, you are able to teleport essentially to his eye, which is pretty useful because then with Agni Rudra you can just attack his weak spot right there. If you are going to face off against Doppelganger, I would recommend switching over to Beowulf, because Beowulf is the elemental, yeah, super effective against Doppelganger.
Okay. I think I'll go against Beowulf next.
Alright.
So in that case, we want to have Trickster.
Yep.
What weapon did you say?
Well, still Agni Rudra, so that's still consistent.
Okay.
Yeah, so just as a reminder for how to use air trick, that is lock on forward and circle. That will allow you to kind of teleport, and because the target for Beowulf is his head, that makes it so that teleporting will essentially bring you to eye level. So that's pretty useful in order to yeah, attack his weak spot, I guess.
Okay. Lock on forward and circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want a circle.
All these squares make a circle.
Indeed, Mr. Popo, indeed. That's Beowulf.
Yeah. Alright. Good luck.
I almost didn't recognize you. Light Beast Reborn.
Nice. Remember, you can also use the Trickster just to kinda dash away, of course.
That's true.
Yeah, there's still quite a timing to the... Yeah, there's still quite a timing to the playing tennis thing. Okay.
Oh.
At least you're doing a good job dodging that attack, the volcano attack.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy. It's getting close now. Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Okay, I recommend you grab some of those green orbs.
Yeah, good idea at this point.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the red orbs, I guess.
Yeah.
So this gives us...
Yeah. Alright, so, if you want to connect with the doppelganger, or Nevin, that would be doppelganger and the one to the left. Or if you want to have some additional connections via Beowulf, it would be, yeah, the one to the left or the one to the right. Which, yeah, I wouldn't really know for certain which is which. I do think that the one to the right of Beowulf, that might be Cerberus, I believe.
Okay. It's been a while since we did out with Cerberus, so that could be fun.
Yeah. Alright, so with Cerberus, I do recommend not using Kalina Ann, and instead switching back over to the shotgun instead.
Shotgun.
Yeah, because the shotgun has such a spread to how it shoots. It does a better job getting rid of the ice off of Cerberus. In terms of weakness, well, you do have Agni Rudra right now, which is wind and fire, well, should be super effective against ice, in theory.
In theory. Alright, so let's switch over to...
Oh, equip rather than the guns. This is upgrading guns, yeah. Alright. So yeah, remember that if you want to rapidly fire and all that, you can just keep switching back and forth between the ebony and ivory and shotgun as you are shooting.
Which I can't do right now, but alright, I'll keep that in mind.
I do find it a bit of a shame that they just don't let you just practice your attacks in the meantime.
Yeah, you can't even jump here.
Yeah, huh. Alright then. Alright, yeah. Get rid of the ice first, and then you can attack each head. You can attack the paw in order to stun it, so that's also an option. But the main thing you still want to do is get attacking the head. Nice, nice. Alright.
Wow, wow.
Like I said, super effective. Alright. Well, one head left. Ooh, oh. Nice. So yeah, a little bit easier than the first time you fought against Cerberus, wasn't it?
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, the first time you fought against Cerberus, you of course don't have Agni and Rudra, so you kind of have to fight an uphill battle against an enemy you don't have the elemental, effectiveness on.
Agni and Rudra still proving that they're like MVP of this game.
Yeah, turns out. Alright, so yeah, I guess if you... Yeah, I think Doppelganger will essentially make 3 lines, and from there, from then on, you can just continue with the story from there.
Okay.
So that's the... that's at least in terms of the shortest route. But yeah, for Doppelganger, for Doppelganger, still Beowulf is the best choice, because Beowulf is the elemental, stronger one.
Yeah. So then I should go this way. Get to Beowulf.
Yeah. So just as a reminder about the Doppelganger, there's all those lights on the outside of the arena. Attack them in order to open them up, and then if Doppelganger is in the light, he only then will he be vulnerable. Open up all the lights, and then he will be vulnerable even longer. So yeah.
It's Doppelganger. Death Void Reborn. Nope, 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 nope! Oh.
Alright. There we go. Alright. Yeah, okay. He just turned one of them back off.
Yeah, I kind of figured he did.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah, it's the one all the way on the other side. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Wow. Nice. All right. Yeah, he's still invincible if you don't have the light on him.
That's okay. I figured it was worth trying.
Okay, at least it's very visible which one he closed there. Okay, he's... Okay, now he's just being petty.
Nope.
Ah. Ah, almost. All right. Okay, well. I do like how, yeah, you can kind of hear him saying, "Let's start the party" and all that.
Yes.
It's very distorted, but you can hear what he's trying to say. All right. Oh, well, you skipped a bunch of red orbs, but oh well.
Yeah, I was right in the middle of the circle, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
let me get out of the circle, and then I just went deeper
Yeah.
into it.
Oh, I guess you do need a few more connections. Okay. Well, at the very least, the one that connects all of them right now would be the lower right one. I think that's Agni and Rudra. I'm not sure.
Oh. Okay, let's see.
If you are going to do Agni and Rudra, I would recommend you using Cerberus for it, because yeah, Rudra would not have a proper weakness thing, at least not from Dante. But Cerberus would at the very least be strong against Agni. So at least there's that. Which makes for a very funny situation that if Dante and Virgil ever actually would work together, they would actually both have a weakness thing against both Agni and Rudra. But because that's never really the case, yeah, Dante will only have a weakness against Agni, and Virgil will only have a weakness against Rudra.
Yeah, interesting. It'd be cool if someday they did that.
Yeah.
Just have Agni and Rudra come back, and then have Dante and Virgil work together.
Yeah. Which sucks for Agni and Rudra, but...
Yeah, you know, brothers versus brothers.
Yeah. Oh, then again, okay, so this one is... Okay, what color was the one that that connected all of them?
I was pretty sure it was yellow.
It was yellow. In which case it might be the Gigapede then.
Yeah.
Then yeah, then it might be.
You said that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think you said that the Cerberus would still be good against this anyway, right?
That's fair. Yeah. So that's still the case. Yeah, Cerberus is still super effective against the Gigapede.
Okay. Well, let's try it.
Yeah. So try to get to the head and yeah, just attack with Cerberus.
Okay.
It's mostly a platforming thing at this point.
Yeah.
Reminder that only Rebellion has the double jump.
Right.
Yeah, but you do see the ice blocks appearing on it, showing how Cerberus is super effective against it.
Yes.
Ooh,
Best.
And this is one of those things that Devil May Cry 4 definitely improved by making air hike something that's not limited to a specific weapon and instead actually be an innate ability of Dante himself.
Yeah. Ow, ow, ow.
Wow. Oh, at least you landed.
Yep. Thanks, dude.
All right.
Get a good aim on it. Wow. Camera, come on, camera.
Yeah.
Camera. Yeah, if I can get a good aim on him, I think I can beat him in the next rotation.
Yeah. If you are able to properly land on him.
Yes.
Well, let's see if he happens to go this way. Oh,
Yep.
look at that. Ah, okay.
Nope. Come on. So close.
Yeah. Oh, they should make a mod that replaces this guy with Wiggler from Mario. That would be hilarious.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I mean, Dante's wearing red like Mario.
Yeah. So does that mean we have to change Virgil into wearing green?
Oh, interesting.
Which, to be fair, that is the actual color that Gilfer wears.
Dante doesn't really have a Wario, does he?
Have a what?
A Wario.
A Wario? Not really. Yeah, not really.
Trish's Wario.
I would say Trish is more like, how you say? More like Daisy, if anything, I feel like.
Yeah.
At least that's how I look at Trish. Anyway, that actually kind of reminds me about Gilfer. Yeah, I used to say that the Devil May Cry 1 novel was no longer canon because Devil May Cry 3 overtook it. Turns out I was mistaken. It turns out that they have re-retconned it back into continuity. How they re-retconned it is that Gilfer was not Virgil, but Gilfer was actually a failed clone of Virgil that Mundus made. So yeah, the fact that Dante recognized Virgil after the bandages were off, that was because Gilfer actually just looks like Virgil, but essentially is a clone of Virgil. So that's an interesting little trivia there. For a long time, I actually kind of figured that the Devil May Cry 1 novel was just non-canon, but turns out they have made it canon again.
I should try to read that at some point. I'm curious now.
Yeah. Angelo is Waluigi. They split the timeline, the DMC Historia. Well, no. It used to be kind of a split timeline, or, well, more so a deleted timeline, if anything. The novel used to be a deleted timeline. But then, ever since the Devil May Cry 4 novel, they essentially made it so that, Gilfer was a failed clone all this time. Which makes it so that the Devil May Cry 1 novel can be back in canon. So yeah, that's kind of how they did that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Confusing, but cool.
Yeah. So yeah, in theory, you can in fact just read all the novels of Devil May Cry, and they would actually all be canon.
Okay.
There we go. So yeah, like I said, you just had to connect enough of these things in order to make the portal appear, so you don't actually have to beat all the bosses. If you do beat all the bosses, then you get a blue orb fragment.
Okay. Let's see. How far are we in this?
In the stream, we are at 50-ish minutes.
Is this almost the end of the mission?
This is the end of the mission, and then afterwards we will have two more missions left.
2 more, okay. I guess we can proceed on.
All right.
Mostly because I don't want to fight that horse thing again.
That's fair. That's very fair. Carry on, yeah.
Yeah, actually, before we do that, let me get this. Is it over here? No, it's over there. The green orb.
Oh. Well, it's not like it matters much, because you're getting a full heal at the start of each mission anyway.
Oh yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, this is not going to be a 100% run of Devil May Cry 3.
Well, that's fair.
I think we already missed a secret mission, and we definitely skipped that other one.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of... I'm already impressed that you were able to do the flying one, the flying secret mission. That's usually something I skip for until New Game Plus, so yeah.
Yeah. Also, heterochromia.
Oh, this is an interesting visage that he happens to turn into.
Oh no, it's Dr. Bones.
So yeah, let me just say, as a fan, I'm actually slightly disappointed that we don't fight Arkham looking like this.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that we don't.
Yeah, like... okay, I'll talk more about it after you actually fight against him. So, yeah. But yeah, I just have a slight disappointment to it as a fan. That said, I'm not disappointed about how the fight itself happens, so at least there's that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, there's 19. The holes in the books.
Oh, I see it. That's funny.
Makes me wonder, did Lady organize it like that in the meantime? They saved for a special edition, then they forgot to add it because they spent too much dev time on Blue Raspberry Dante.
Blue Raspberry Dante?
Virgil.
Oh.
Alright, so, okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, the best option right now, definitely equip Kalina Ann. In fact, it's very thematically appropriate for you to equip Kalina Ann. As for which devil arm to equip, well, okay, you are going to stick to Rebellion anyway, because that's the main weapon, only makes sense. As for which other weapon to use, I think in terms of fighting against the boss here, I would actually recommend either Nevin or Beowulf. So that's my recommendation. Nevin, mostly for, I guess, what you would call the minions, I guess. Whereas Beowulf, okay, in order to properly damage the boss. That's how I look at things.
All right. Well, because Nevin barely gets used, I'm gonna actually do Nevin.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Which, speaking of that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, I think the better investment in this case would be volume up, because Reverb Shock Reverb Shock level 2 just makes the Reverb Shock itself stronger, but volume up makes every attack of Nevin better, because you will summon more bats.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay, at least with this mission we can just practice some moves after beating the enemies. So yeah, you are going to start almost immediately with a fight. So I have to fight first, and then I will have a little lecture thing on how to do something, because it's actually going to be important not for this mission in particular, but it's going to be important for the credits sequence.
Okay, okay. Alright. Let's begin mission 19.
Yep. Yeah, so reminder about these guys, if you attack them enough, they will do a backflip thing. Yeah, but they always follow up that backflip with that counterattack, so do beware of that. So if you want to do the the crazy combo attack, that one is left, or left for Dante at least.
Left, okay.
Yeah, left from Dante's perspective.
These guys will just stay still. I can make sure I'm pointing left.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you're gonna have to. There we go. Dante just happened to be facing the wrong way all the time.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Well, you got one of them. Alright, well, at least you got them. Alright. Yeah. Okay, so this portal appears. Don't go into portal yet. Okay, so switch over to Rebellion right now. Okay, and Ebony and Ivory. Okay, so Here's the thing. You already noticed the little issue with Devil May Cry 3 when you compare that to... If they remake this, they should make that attack a Guitar Hero minigame. I think that's a little bit too much to do during the battle, but I wouldn't mind that being an actual minigame in itself rather than actually the attack. But anyway, okay. So yeah, you might have already noticed the lock-on of Devil May Cry 3 is still slightly delayed compared to even Devil May Cry 4 on, because they tightened up the lock-on at that point. So here's one way to fix that, which is to first shoot one shot with Ebony and Ivory. That way Dante will, shoot and lock on, that is. Shoot and lock on with Ebony and Ivory, so that you kind of hit confirm. That's kind of how you just confirm that Dante is actually heading, looking towards the right enemy. And then I would recommend to use Stinger then. So yeah, it would be a cycle of shoot, Stinger, shoot, Stinger, shoot, Stinger, shoot, Stinger. That's kind of my recommendation on how to, yeah, like that. Okay, yeah. I would recommend practicing that a little bit, because for the end credits, you are going to have to beat a certain amount of enemies so that you actually get a certain cutscene. That cutscene will not happen until you have beaten hundreds enemies during the credits. The best way to do that, especially in easy difficulty, is to keep doing that. To keep shooting, Stinger, shooting, Stinger, shooting, Stinger. There's going to be a lot of enemies all over the place, which means that you are going to have to change the direction of the Stinger all the time. But I do recommend doing this, because Stinger does a lot of damage, and most of the time in easy difficulty, either one or two of them would be enough to kill one weak enemy. And there's going to be like a lot of weak enemies until the 100th enemy. The 100th enemy is the Hell Vanguard. So yeah, with that in mind, it's a good way to rack up 100 kills if you keep doing this. So yeah, just kind of pointing that out right now.
Okay. So get 100 kills in order to get the cutscene that comes with the credits.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you should be able to do that, I think.
Yeah. Also, this is a very...
If I remember right.
Yeah. It's behind you, I think. But yeah, I just wanted to point out the chest there. Yeah, the chest also has like has some wings behind it. Yeah, it's almost like it's the body of a very certain individual from Devil May Cry 1.
I wonder.
If I didn't even know there was a secret cutscene. Is it a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4? It is kind of a trailer. It's well, it's more like a cliffhanger, open ending thing, which leads to the next Devil May Cry game, or at least the next chronological Devil May Cry game.
Yes.
So yeah, something to keep in mind. But yeah, if you want to continue, you're gonna have to go in the portal. But yeah, just want to give you that little lecture on the shoot Stinger, shoot Stinger, shoot Stinger thing, considering it's probably gonna be important to get that cutscene if you just want the full story.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to actually jump into it from the other side, yeah.
I was trying to see what the back looked like, and it doesn't really look like anything, but, you know,
yeah.
I was curious.
Yeah. Okay, all these mirrors, only one of them actually has your reflection. That one you're gonna have to destroy. It switches around.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. The enemies are invincible during all this, so that's why you want to destroy the mirrors. Yeah, each mirror has its own health bar thing. Well, not a health bar, but eventually you will break it. Yeah, the thing is you can't really lock onto it, so you're essentially just going to be doing that combo. There we go. All right.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, you only need to break 2 of them. Using your double jump, you can, in fact, jump on the... Yeah, on those things. One of them has an item. Also, did they ever mention Devil May Cry 2 at all after Devil May Cry 2? Okay, so Devil May Cry 2 also has a novel, which features a character called Beryl. She actually gets referenced in the novel of Devil May Cry 5. So, yeah, so there is some continuity things with Devil May Cry 2. So it's not like they completely abandoned it. Even though I would still love to see more of Lucia from Devil May Cry 2. But that's just me, I guess. Oh wow, all the reflections are wrong in this game. They're just throwing a second screen recording. I wonder if that's intentional. I mean, intentional, I feel like it might be a practical reason for any reason, because this is still a PlayStation 2 game. They just try to do whatever they can, I guess.
Wasn't there... I could have sworn that Lucia got brought up somewhere else. Was it the anime, or was it something else?
I don't remember her being referenced in the anime, mostly because the anime is before Devil May Cry 2 in terms of timeline. So I don't think that is. I watched the synopsis in 5, and they just kind of just don't mention it at all. No, I meant the novel of 5, not 5 itself. 5 doesn't actually mention Beryl. I just want to say that it's not like Devil May Cry 2 is completely removed from canon or anything. In fact, it still is essentially canon. But it's just that they don't reference it a lot, I guess. But yeah, I think Lucia is cool. She made me want to play it. Yeah, but Mario 64 could do the reflection. Well, okay, there is... just to defend this game a little bit, Mario 64 is like very low poly. Like very, very low poly compared to Devil May Cry 3. And the moment that you reach the PlayStation 2, where the poly count got raised by a lot, honestly, some effects just get lower. So it's not such a linear thing of, oh, okay, so if Mario 64 could do it, Devil May Cry 3 should be able to do it. No, it's not that easy, especially because Devil May Cry 3 has a lot more textures compared to Mario 64. So yeah, it's not a linear thing like that. Usually they flip the model and place it behind an invisible plane. Yeah, which in this case would be very expensive, actually. The amount of extra rooms you're gonna have to do on each of these mirrors for just an effect to flip the models, that would actually be very expensive on the PlayStation 2 and probably slow it down by a lot. So yeah, all these things, there is probably a practical choice that they made for it. So just kind of explaining the game development thing here.
But yeah, I was just realized, I think it might be the Netflix show, because I think, what's his face? The main villain of Devil May Cry 2, doesn't he show up in the Netflix show?
Oh, Arius! Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, Arius is in the Netflix series. So yeah, yet again, Devil May Cry 2 isn't completely ignored. It's they would prefer to reference other things compared to Devil May Cry 2, but it's not like Devil May Cry 2 is completely forgotten. I'm still kind of hoping for them to kind of fix up things about Devil May Cry 2. Like, honestly, if they were to make a remake of Devil May Cry 2, I would actually be very excited at this point.
Yeah, they could remake it. I don't think that's a problem to do that. It's not going to interfere with the story, really.
Yeah.
Stop the vicious circle by bending time and space. Looks like something can be inserted here.
Alright then.
Huh. Substance projects image and image punishes substance.
Yeah, that I guess that was the clue on destroying the mirrors.
Substance projects image, and image punishes substance. I don't know if I understand that.
Okay, well, can you read it again?
Yeah, let me go over there.
Okay, substance projects image. The substance in this case would be the mirror. So the substance, only the substance that projects the image, the images punishes substance. Image would be the reflection of Dante. Only the substance which has the reflection of Dante, that's what Dante can punish. So yeah, that's kind of how you're supposed to read that clue.
Okay.
Oh, I know, but this is the first time I've seen this particular shortcut used. It's very distracting. There is an effect on Persona 3 that tanks the emulator, so I'm sure there's some logic involved. I'm just curious what the logic was versus the flatter texture. Well, in this case, it's cheaper and it probably is much easier on the PlayStation 2. That's just the simple answer to that, I guess.
Plus, it's a weird, like, magical-looking effect that kind of breaks your brain in terms of thinking about it. And they do that stuff all the time in the Devil May Cry games, where it's like, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
The world itself is just kind of weird, and people just kind of go along with it.
Yeah, but that's kind of the thing with game development. Sometimes some things are mostly just out of practical reasons. Like, okay, well, I know we can theoretically make a complete other room on the other side and have a secondary Dante on the other side. But yet again, that would be more polygons in the game. That would be more textures at the same time and all that. Whereas in this case, this is literally just taking what is already on the screen as a 2D image, which, yeah, makes it a lot easier to render by comparison. So
Yeah.
I wonder if it has to do with them rendering the room twice. I mean, that's the thing. If you actually did the whole thing with an additional room behind it, yeah, that would actually be not just be 2 rooms actually, because each of those mirrors is another room behind it. Which, yeah, that's actually a lot in this case. The floor's rendering it from a second angle. Yeah, but that's one thing. That's the floor. That's just one floor. There's a whole thing with numbers and all that.
Just can't let a guy rock on.
Yeah, I guess they just don't like your music.
Bring back the Bat Lady.
Oh man, now I'm just imagining that they are actually the groupies of Nevin all this time.
I'm assuming there's nothing else ending here.
Yeah. In fact, don't. Okay. I thought the mirror was already there. Otherwise, you could have accidentally skipped this thing.
It'd be weird if you could skip this.
Yeah.
Sculpture symbolizing the time-space continuum. Used to restore order to time-space rifts. Samsara.
Samsara is also kind of like a thing that how you say it's like a symbol of things looping around and all that, which is what this is referencing.
Okay.
Bad Lady Rouge mod can go on the list with a Wiggler mod. It's Hindu mythology, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a Rouge mod for the king.
She is a bat.
Yep.
And we're back here.
Now another boss rush.
Yeah, which I guess canonically it does mean that Dante did actually beat all the bosses, because you returned here and all the bosses are gone. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that just is like, you know, he wanted to try to get as many rewards as he could out of it.
Yeah.
See if he could make some money.
Yeah.
Sell stuff to Enzo.
Mm-hmm. And turn Dante into Knuckles. If only there was a blue character Virgil could be. But there are no blue characters in Sonic. Yeah, if only there was a blue character. One that's very speedy and that can actually kind of dash around all over the place or something. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. I mean, there is a guy named Speedy, but he's not blue.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's friends with Kotaro.
Yeah, I guess. I just noticed something on my end. Apparently the chat never actually worked for me all this time. That's odd.
It didn't?
I mean, it works in Twitch, just not in on my OBS. Guess I should kind of figure that out. Yeah, but you just have to go through the mirror right now in order to continue. But yeah, let me just see if I can fix this right now.
Okay. This mirror?
No, the other one, the one you came from. It's the one you came from is yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick test right now.
Okay. I see your test on my OBS.
Yeah, but it just doesn't show up on my OBS. Well, that's something for me to figure out some other time, right? I guess I don't mind it that much that it is not working right now, because to be fair, at this point, during Game Trade Blue, it is better to actually be on Lance stream, because he's the one actually playing. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah.
Okay. Let's insert the Samsara into her.
Let's insert the symbol of reincarnation inside her.
Yes.
But yeah, the mirror now is your portal to yeah, to continue with the story now.
Okay.
Essentially, that's breaking the loop, I guess.
Okay. You break the cycle of reincarnation?
I guess.
With the symbol of reincarnation?
I guess, yeah. Alright, so, yeah, this is the statue you can use in order to customize yourself before you face the boss.
Okay.
Yeah, yet again, all these weapons were pretty much my recommendations on fighting against the boss anyway.
Okay. That's all done. Yeah, there's nothing else to do, so I guess it's,
Alright then.
I'll second update. I guess I could.
You could. Honestly, Kalina Ann would actually benefit from being leveled up. Compared to all the other guns. All the other guns usually aren't damage dealers. Kalina Ann is meant to be a damage dealer. So yeah. Okay. Whoa, wait. Before you go into that door, yeah, actually, might be something to consider with Kalina Ann. Yeah. How about you equip Kalina Ann right now? Yeah. Okay. So. Shoot once right now. Alright, yeah, okay, so try practicing shooting with Kalina Ann while locking on, then jumping without locking on, and then shooting Kalina Ann yet again, locking on. So yeah, it's gonna be back and forth between locking on, not locking on during the jump, and then locking on again. And just have that cycle over and over.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Takes a little bit of a practice in terms of the timing, but this is actually pretty useful if you are going to face off against the minions that are going to appear during this fight. Because what you are going to do is you are going to try to jump into the crowd of the minions, and then shooting Kalina Ann. From that close quarters, you are going to hit as many of them with one shot as you can. And because you are jumping, the ascension of the jump makes Dante invincible. So yeah, that's just the trick with this one.
Okay. It's interesting. Yeah, it's doable. It takes some getting used to, because it is a lot of different finger movements and mechanics involved. But yeah, I can see it. Okay, the camera won't get any closer.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but
yeah,
I got pushed back all the way from here.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. All right. I guess then let's proceed.
All right. Oh wow, Dante fighting against the image of his father. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
It's like staring into a backed up toilet. Why do you always stick your nose in other families' business? Come on, dude. Don't you have any hobbies?
I weirdly love that they have the same sense of humor there. Just laughing at the same joke. Oh, that's not what I expected this fight to go.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Chaos 6.
Dude, my father wasn't so hideous. Can't you tell by looking at me? Anyway, that shape suits you better. Let's begin the main event.
Okay, we're not gonna start with the minions yet. Right now, just try to damage him as much as you can as he lands. Okay, here are the minions. So yeah, try doing the thing that I just said. This was the one that I said you doing the Kalina Ann thing. But,
Oh, Kalina Ann. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Now. I was mixing up multiple minion fights.
Oh, right. Honestly, while fighting Arkham himself, just try to imagine he is a combat educator. You just kind of use the same tricks on the Combat Educator against him, really. Anyway, it also kind of makes sense from a lore perspective why Kalina Ann would be effective against Arkham like this.
Yeah, you would hope so.
Yeah.
Considering.
All right. Now time for the thing to redeem the entire idea of this boss battle. God, I was so hyped as a kid.
I've come to retrieve my power. You can't handle it.
Look at you, making a big dramatic entrance and stealing my spotlight.
Wow. You don't possibly believe that he deserves to be our main event now, do you?
Well, that's
Now that you mention it, you're right.
You should come to realize you cannot control the power of Sparta.
You're wasting your time, buddy. I think he needs to learn the hard way.
I love the music as well. It's so awesome.
Fellow brothers, show Arkham the true power of the Sons of Sparta. Virgil
All right.
follows Dante's lead, but still spins off his own special style of ass kicking.
All right.
The circle to call Virgil to your side. Okay.
Okay, so, the thing that I explained about a doppelganger, that actually applies here as well. You can no longer use Devil Trigger while Virgil is here, but you kinda don't need to. Mostly because the amount of damage you do alongside with Virgil is essentially more than what you would do as Devil Trigger anyway. So yeah, you actually don't need Devil Trigger when you really think about it. That said, the Devil Trigger button now is that delay thing I was talking about. So yeah, if you want to offset Virgil's attacks a little bit, that is what pressing the Devil Trigger button does. Pressing Devil Trigger button once will add like half a second delay. Pressing it again will add like another half second delay. And I think you can do that 3 times until it just resets back to the first, to just being completely in sync. So yeah, that's what the Devil Trigger button does now during this.
Okay. All right. And if I remember correctly, this is one of the points in the game where you can actually do 2-player, right?
Yes, if you actually press start as player 2 with the player 2 controller, the other one can play Virgil.
Which is a weird thing to include because I don't think the game tells you that.
Nope, the game doesn't. I mean, to be fair, the game also doesn't tell you about Doppelganger, so yeah.
That's true. Okay. Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah, have fun, I guess. Unfortunately, Virgil does not have his phantom swords to shoot.
Die.
Die.
And of course, with Kalina Ann here, it's also kind of like ladies here too.
Yeah, nice. Indeed. So yeah, like I said, you don't really need the Devil Trigger at this point.
No, not really.
Not that I would mind if you could stack up Devil Trigger along with this, but by then I think you would be overpowered.
Could be a cool idea for a future game.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, might as well just point out a trivia that's going to happen pretty soon, actually. Alright, so Dante and Virgil switch weapons right now. Okay, Virgil's, that is the Devil May Cry 2 combo. Dante's combo is, in fact, the combo of Onimusha.
Wow. Devil May Blob. Oh, they switch weapons like that too.
Yeah.
I'll try it your way for once. Remember what we used to say?
Oh, something iconic, maybe?
Maybe.
Jackpot.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Well, clearly not.
Not very classy for someone's dying words.
Nah, wouldn't it be nice if they just continued working together from this point on?
Yeah.
Ah, well. Oh, Onimusha is fun. I want to play too, but for some reason they priced it at 30 on Steam. Oh, I didn't even look at the price. Oh, that's... Oh. Really should make it cheaper considering it's an old game.
Yeah, I've never played Onimusha, but I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, the thing with the Royal Guard, how Royal Guard works with guarding at the last second and then using release and all that. That is essentially this a system from Onimusha, which is all about attacking at the last second.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. All right, we are.
No, maybe.
I
was gonna say maybe someday we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, maybe. Okay, wait. Okay, how much of a fan are you to Jean Reno?
To Jean Reno? I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay, it's an actor, Leon the Professional, for example. But yeah, Jean Reno is one of the playable characters in Onimusha 3. I just want to point that out, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's random.
Yeah. The new one makes me feel weird. They use a dead actor's face for it. As somebody who died well before the concept of actors in video games was a thing. Yeah, Onimusha 3, I have the one. Yeah, the new one, that is Toshiro Mifune. Yeah. Who is... Wait, was it Toshiro Mifune? Now I might have gotten my actors. Let's check. Onimusha. Yeah, because I do know that it is Musashi, who is a iconic warrior from Japanese history. Sheesh, where was it again? I just want to know which actor it was. Yeah, Toshiro Mifune. It was Toshiro Mifune. Yeah, Toshiro Mifune worked a lot with Kurosawa. So a lot of old Kurosawa movies were with Toshiro Mifune. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Not was. He died in '97 though. I think Toshiro Mifune played Musashi in a popular movie. That too, but he was mostly famous for working with Kurosawa. That's like his breakout thing. In fact, if George Lucas had his way, Toshiro Mifune would have played Obi-Wan.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it was Toshiro Mifune himself who was just not interested. But yeah, just imagine that as an alternate history, that Toshiro Mifune was actually the one who played Obi-Wan. That would have been awesome.
And that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah. It's with permission, but it's just weird because he can't, like, consent to it or have even expressed interest in it. Yeah, it is a little bit weird. That said, I think what I guess the reason I'm a little bit more okay with it is because it's not like they used AI to make him look like that. It's more a case of they took his image with permission and made a 3D model out of it. I'm kind of more okay with that in comparison. Still, yeah, I can understand it is a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's one of those things of when you're considering how, you know, a lot of franchises have to continue on with certain actors, even after they pass away, like, say, Star Wars and Count Dooku. It's like, well, you know, it's just kind of an inevitability of working with franchises.
Yeah, it's just a thing there. And okay, to be fair to the Onimusha franchise as a whole, every Onimusha game used the likeness of an actor for each of the characters. That was also the case for the main character of Onimusha 1, the main character for Onimusha 2, and, well, like I said, Jean Reno is a character of Onimusha 3, but Samanosuke himself returned. So yeah, it is a kind of a tradition of the franchise at this point, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's just a new uncomfortable reality, like the digital Walmart homunculus they use as a face of their AI system. Yeah, I just kind of try to be as much okay with it as I can, I guess. But yeah, yeah, that French guy is a super high tier actor. Yeah, Jean Reno is quite a big deal in terms of French actors.
But you know, very fitting discussion with Arkham taking Sparta's face. So, you know, this was fun.
hey, look at that. It's all connected.
Yeah.
What do you know? All right.
Yep.
But yeah, we are headed towards the final mission of this game.
Right.
I think the new Tekken has a guy based on him too. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Well, Lady was there in spirit in terms of the use of Kalina Ann, but how about we actually give her a proper closure thing here?
Could I shall become a god. No one here could stop me.
Wait a minute, that's not 11.
What a surprise. Here I was looking for you. And lo and behold, you come to me.
Mary.
Don't ever call me that again. My mother was the only one who could say my name.
Wait. Please. Do you really want to shoot me? Can you shoot me? Your own father. What have I done wrong? Even heroic Sparta sacrificed a woman so that he could become a legend. I
wish to be a god! And I sacrificed one miserable human being for that reason. That is all. Was that really so awful?
I don't think you're doing so well with this argument here.
Take care of. Help me, Mary.
Mary died a long time ago. My name is Lady. Goodbye, Father.
No!
I thought I wasn't gonna cry.
Oh, there's 20, by the way, in the background.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, this whole thing about, oh, here I thought I wasn't gonna cry, that's gonna be a little thing that's going to happen pretty soon at the end of this mission as well. I think Victor Chevalier from Tekken is based on Renault. I thought he might have voiced him, but that's a completely separate popular French actor who was in the Oceans movies and Black Swan. Oh, that guy. Okay. Oh. Huh. Okay. I guess, well, there you go. Alright.
Okay.
So, as for the boss, which, gee, I wonder which boss this could be. Okay, so definitely have rebellion, at least in terms of plot, have rebellion here. As for what else to equip, I think it's going to be either Cerberus or Beowulf. I think that's the best thing here, because you won't have any super effective things against the boss at all. But at the very least, Cerberus is fast enough so you can do a lot of damage in quick succession, whereas Beowulf is just a lot of damage per punch. So yeah.
Okay. The other thing I was going to bring up here was Arkham said that Sparta sacrificed the woman?
Yeah.
I don't think he did he?
He did. He sacrificed the priestess who Lady's mother and Lady herself is descended from. That is not Eva. It's not Eva who he sacrificed, because obviously that would be way later. Sparta had to sacrifice a mortal priestess in order to close the Tabanagru. That was kind of at the start of Sparta awakening to the light and all that. By the time he met Eva, that's essentially when he retired. So that's a totally different human woman that Arkham was talking about.
Okay, yeah. Because Eva, I know, is supposed to be like way later on after he's already done the Demon World sealing, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah. Come to think of it, yeah, that is a little thing that I wanted to talk about, Mission 19. Boy, wouldn't that have been very, even more epic if it was Dante and Virgil fighting the image of Sparta. I really wish we got that. Like, just the idea of, because both have their reasons to want to fight an image of Sparta, when you really think about it. Dante essentially hates Sparta. He just dislikes how Sparta abandoned him and all that. Virgil, on the other hand, he has a different reason for wanting to fight Sparta, because he looks up to Sparta, but he looks up to the power of Sparta. If he were to be able to prove himself to be stronger than Sparta, boy would he take that. So yeah, just the idea of Dante and Virgil working together to fight against someone who has the image of Sparta, I think that would have been amazing. But unfortunately, I think it would have been too much in terms of programming to make a proper Sparta character, I guess, or a proper Sparta boss. I think that's the reason why they eventually chose to make Arkham turn into the Blob thing. So yeah, I think that's the case. And also, maybe, this is me being very optimistic, maybe they're still saving up for it. Maybe they still want to feel like, okay, now we feel like it's worth it to actually bring up a fight against Sparta. Maybe that's also the reason. Maybe, but that's me being very optimistic because we've been past Devil May Cry 5 at this point, and that still has not happened. Plus, in terms of Devil May Cry 5, in terms of doing this after Devil May Cry 5, technically it wouldn't be worth it anymore because both Dante and Virgil have passed by passed by Sparta in power at this point. So it's not really that worth it anymore, actually. But yeah, that's my little ramble on that.
Yeah, I mean, they could always come up with some reason to bring Sparta back into it, because I feel like that's kind of like, what would you call it? Like a trump card or a secret weapon or something like that, where it's like, people want to see Sparta, people want to know more about Sparta. Yeah. So whenever that's like, they really want to get people's attention, they can finally get into that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, honestly, a game where you play as Sparta, that would be pretty awesome. Not only because, well, it is Sparta, but just consider the weapon that Dante uses, Rebellion, and the weapon that Virgil uses, Yamato, and the Force Edge, which might be a different kind of weapon if it's fully powered, hint hint. But yeah, all those weapons, they are from Sparta. Like, Dante got the Rebellion from Sparta, Virgil got the Yamato from Sparta. So if we were to play as Sparta, that means he would use all 3 of those weapons, which would be, like, so awesome to see. Oh, you can unlock Sparta
too.
who knows? I mean, Nevin did have some experience with Sparta. Oh, you can unlock Sparta in 1, can't you? You can unlock Sparta in 1, you can unlock Sparta in 3. So yeah, even in this game. You can unlock Sparta in 4, but that's only the special edition. And yeah, so 1, 3, and 4. That's where you can essentially play as Sparta, but it's still just a reskinned Dante. So it's only Sparta in concept.
Yeah. That's still cool.
Yeah. But yeah, let me think. Yeah, I think you have to beat hard mode to unlock Sparta in Devil May Cry 1, and you're gonna have to beat I think very hard mode for Devil May Cry 3 in order to unlock the Sparta costume.
I don't know if that's gonna ever happen, but all right.
Oh. It's no shirtless Dante, so meh. Yeah, well.
Yeah, well, you work with what you got.
Yeah, indeed.
All right. Well, I guess we could start mission 20, Screaming Souls, cast off your pride and embrace your fate.
All right.
Give that to me.
No way. You got your own.
Well, I want yours too.
What are you gonna do with all that power, huh? No matter how hard you try, you're never gonna be like Father.
We're wasting time!
We are the sons of Sparta. Within each of us flows his blood. But more importantly, his soul! And now, my soul is saying it wants to stop you!
Unfortunately, our souls are at odds, brother.
We're supposed to be twins.
Twins. Right.
All right, can you pause right now? All right. So, just several things I want to say. First of all, I love the build up to this whole thing because the entire game has been building up to this battle, really. But okay, first of all, the fact that Dante says, more importantly, his soul, and now my soul is saying it wants to stop you. This is essentially the end point of Dante's character arc throughout this entire game, because throughout this entire game, well, most of the game, he did not have a motivation. It's only by because of Lady's motivation that Dante actually got a proper motivation. Yeah, which is the fact that his soul is saying he wants to stop Virgil. That's him finally having a proper motivation and him showing that motivation, which leads up to Devil May Cry 1, where Dante is that much full of motivation. So yeah, it is just a good way of using a prequel to essentially bring Dante to the point of how he is at the start of Devil May Cry 1. In addition to all that, the Force Edge. When you actually play Devil May Cry 1 for the first time, Dante will start off with the Force Edge. But the Force Edge has no Devil Trigger. You only get Devil Trigger once you get a different weapon. Okay, so does that not make sense then? Because Virgil is going to use the Devil Trigger in this fight. Actually, it does make sense. Because if you actually look closely to Virgil when he does this Devil Trigger, he does not use the Devil Trigger of Force Edge, because Force Edge does not have a Devil Trigger. Instead, he uses Yamato's Devil Trigger. Because, yeah, if he doesn't have a Devil Trigger from Force Edge, he's gonna have to use the Devil Trigger from the other weapon that he has. So yeah, it's a cool little detail there in order to properly fit with Devil May Cry 1.
Okay. I didn't realize that the Devil Triggers were actually triggered by the weapons that you wield, so
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah. So yeah.
I guess that could also help explain why sometimes they're different between games.
Yeah. In the case of Dante's Devil Trigger in both 2 and 4, right now you can kind of assume that Dante's gotten such a bond with Rebellion specifically that his Rebellion Devil Trigger just kind of becomes more his own thing, so that his Devil Trigger no longer changes depending on the weapon. But then Devil May Cry 5 does more with that.
Okay. Well, we'll be able to see that way later on.
Yeah.
But first, we gotta eat up Virgil here.
Yep. You can dash away from him with the Trickster. All right. There we go. Alright. There, this Devil Trigger, that's the Yamato Devil Trigger, not the Force Edge Devil Trigger, because there is no Force Edge Devil Trigger.
Okay.
In fact, if you use the Rebellion Devil Trigger, you would notice that the Rebellion Devil Trigger and the Yamato Devil Trigger actually look very alike.
Yeah, they do, actually.
There's no Force Edge because Virgil took all the edge. Yeah, this is why I love using Trickster against Virgil, because then both of the characters start dashing all over the place as like a Dragon Ball Z fight or something.
Yeah, I think if this would be really cool to watch if I had more skill with doing the dashing.
Yeah.
Because I could see a lot of people just teleporting and dashing all over the place to make it a more cinematic fight.
Yeah. I do want to point out, in terms of cheesing it, you can actually just use all of the vital stars that you've been saving up all this time if you really want to.
You know, that is a good point.
Okay, to use that, you would have to press up on the directional pad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does that work on him?
Yes, it does. I think
holy water.
I think high-level Democratic play is fun to watch. I just don't want to actually learn how to do it. I mean, it's kind of up to you how much you actually want to learn it, of course. I'm just kind of giving instructions, but I'm not forcing you to become a master or anything.
Yeah, and that spoiler alert, that won't be happening ever.
Yeah, here with Beowulf, you notice that there is a difference to how Beowulf looks compared to the Devil Trigger of Virgil now.
You're right. I never really thought about that.
In hindsight, it does kind of makes sense for Dante to use Beowulf against Virgil. If only just to taunt him of, look what I got now.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking of. Like, alright, I'll go with Beowulf because it does have that connection to Virgil.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about it in a prior stream, where it was like, you know, eventually Dante's gonna lose Beowulf and Virgil's gonna get it. So Dante sold it and Virgil bought it.
Yeah, that's I still love that as an idea. I don't know if it really makes sense. Honestly, it probably makes even more sense just to consider that Dante just never actually gets Beowulf, and it's just a gameplay thing. But yeah, just the idea of Virgil realizing right now, like, oh, he has Beowulf now, so that's where that ended up. Okay, I guess I should buy it off him sometime.
Dante, I sold the Beowulf weapon you wanted me to sell. Who'd you sell it to? Your brother. What?
Okay. Alright. Nice. Dante sold and used all his money to buy pizza, but ran out by Dumbcry 1. Oof.
Am I being defeated?
What's wrong? Is that all you got? Come on, get up. You can do better than that.
The portal to the human world is closing, Dante. Because the amulets have been separated.
Let's finish this, Virgil. I have to stop you. Even if that means killing you.
Virgil needs his lawn chair. That's why he's losing. That's a meme for all the way for Democrat 5. There is a slight irony to the moves that they are using here. Dante used a horizontal slash, whereas Virgil used a vertical slash. Usually Dante would be the one doing a vertical slash with his rebellion, whereas Virgil usually does the horizontal slashes with Yamato.
No one can have this, Dante.
Interesting.
It's mine. It belongs to a son of Sparta. Leave me and go, if you don't want to be trapped in the demon world. I'm staying. This place was our father's home.
The music there is like a slower reprise of the boss fight music of Virgil number 2 and Virgil number 3.
Virtual Nightfall 3.
You know what? If they actually were to make a remake of Devil May Cry 1, I actually would like it if Dante's glove is actually this glove, the one that's cut by Virgil.
Yeah, I always thought that was interesting, because obviously he'd heal from that immediately.
Yeah.
But it's something he'd probably think about for a long time.
Yep.
What an ordeal. You're still here.
I need that back.
No late charges, I hope.
I'll think about it.
You are so tempting fate, Dante.
Mm-hmm.
We should be fine for now. But I'm sure they'll be back soon. Very soon.
Are you crying?
It's only the rain.
The rain already stopped.
Devils never cry.
I see. Maybe somewhere out there, even a devil may cry when he loses a loved one. Don't you think?
Maybe.
By the way... Looks like we're gonna be busy for a while.
Well, bring it on. I love this. This is what I live for.
It's almost like he has motivation now, you could say.
Yep.
I'm absolutely crazy about it.
Alright, again, Ebony and Ivory, then Stinger. Ebony, Ivory, Stinger. Just keep cycling through that.
Okay.
Alright. They said it, they said the thing, points at screen and screams, "There's evil in this residence, I'm feeling mega, man." Yeah, the number on the upper right, that's how many demons you've beaten. You have to beat hundreds of them.
Okay. Now, out of curiosity, does Lady count for this?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
So she is helping out, which actually is very
Let's
useful.
rock, baby.
Yeah, it's very useful for the 100th enemy, because the 100th enemy is the Hell Vanguard, but Hell Vanguard will be distracted by Lady because she keeps shooting at the Hell Vanguard. So that helps a lot against the Hell Vanguard. Nice. Gotta have that in there.
Yep, had to do at least one in style.
This is a game about stylishness. If you don't beat 100 demons, it erases your save file. Sheesh. Wouldn't that be a harsh punishment?
Yeah. I don't know if that's got a while.
you can essentially use the song as a time limit because yeah, the entire song is going to play, so that's kind of your clue on how long you still have, I guess.
Okay. It should be good as long as I don't take too long on the final guy.
Yeah. It's a good thing there's no friendly fire, otherwise you could be accidentally attacking Lady there.
Yeah. Lady's really getting into it.
Yep. Oh, there he is. So there's 2 Kalina ants now. Anyway, yeah, you reach 100. Alright. So yeah, you can kind of take it easy now if you want, but yeah. Might as well talk about the song, really. Yeah, what I love about the song "Devils Never Cry" is the fact that you have the more metal voice, along with the more choir-like voice. The choir-like voice represents the human part, and the metal-like voice represents the demon part. Yeah, it's like 2 halves of Dante.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. I was gonna ask why Atlas, because I forgot the Devil Trigger designs. Yeah, it is because of the Devil Trigger. Yeah, let's just keep breaking reality by having 2 Kalina ants here.
Yep. Love it.
Rock on! Killed over 100 demons.
What happened next? Nothing, really. We took care of all the remaining devils, and that was it. I still have a job to do that's far from done, which is to eliminate every last demon.
That's a Devil Cry 1
that
costume here.
Monsters like my father never come about again. And he promised to help me hunt down the demons, even though he's part one himself. But now I realize that there are humans as evil as any devil, as well as kind and compassionate demons in this universe. At least I've found one so-called devil who is able to shed tears for those he cares about. That's enough for me to believe in him.
Now I can start my business.
Oh, speaking of a kind devil,
He still kept the
finally
glove.
decided on a name for his shop. It took him quite a while to pick one. Want to know the name? Devil May Cry.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, what's coming up next? This is what you were doing the 100 demons thing for.
Okay.
Well then.
It'll be fun if I could bring some darkness. If my father did it, I should be able to do it too.
I'm sure this will work out fine for Virgil.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted more power. He's got more power, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I was checking the recording. Under special thanks was Kinu Nishimura, a designer who was heavily involved in Street Fighter. They also did the art for 999. I mean, a lot of people from Street Fighter worked on Devil May Cry. That's why a lot of Beowulf's moves are actually Street Fighter moves. Like it's the Shoryuken, it's the Tatsumaki Senpyaku. Yeah, it's like all these moves are essentially Street Fighter moves that are repurposed for Beowulf.
Interesting. Okay. I did kind of get that feeling with playing as it. It was like, oh, it kind of feels like playing as a Street Fighter character.
Yeah.
I guess that's why.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Oh hey, they drew a Battle Network Dumb Cry crossover image. Oh, that's cool. Send to land. All right, cool, nice.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we can end the playthrough here. However, after beating the game once as Dante, you can now play as Virgil. I'm not going to tell you to play all of Virgil, but at the very least, you can start the Virgil save file, because there are some special cutscenes which are Virgil only, which plays out the moment you start the playthrough. We might as well watch that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now you can play the platforming thing 100 times.
Oh, sheesh.
And that's the end of the stream. And the end of the computer, probably, too.
Oof. Honestly, I'm happy you were able to get past all of this.
Yeah, mostly B's, a couple A's. I'm curious what that 18C was, because the 20C is probably because I used items. I wonder what I did wrong in the 18.
Yeah, because you kept not using items all this time. So yeah, I do wonder what happened in 18. I guess maybe I'll check again in the replay sometime.
Okay. And I guess those are the secret missions, the ones that have the yellow stars next to them.
Yes, that's the secret missions.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Prequel doesn't mean you can be a newbie.
Yeah. All right then. Yeah, a lot of things being selectable here. Yeah, so, but in particular, Virgil is now selectable. That's the important thing.
Okay. Now, Bloody Palace, I think, is like a... It's not a boss rush, it's...
Survival mode.
Yeah.
Can you play as the Jester, Devil McClown? Wow. Save current game. Yeah, better save. It's an arena. Yeah. Well, so I call it a survival because you only have one shot, and once you die, you just start all over again. So I consider that more a survival thing than arena thing. All right. Something important to point out, that when you actually do start the playthrough of Virgil, just so we can check the cutscene, do not save over your first save. You're gonna have two different saves, one save for Dante and one save for Virgil. If you save over the first save, you are going to lose your Dante save forever. So yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
At the very least, now we can get a full view of shirtless Dante.
Yeah, there you go. That's the reward for beating the game the first time.
Yep.
Okay.
Onimusha
out there that's into that.
Yeah. Onimusha has a similar side mode thing. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, if you want to play as Virgil, you're gonna have to, I think, press triangle in order to exit out of this thing. Yeah, exiting this screen without saving will return you to the title screen. Yeah, you have saved, so it's fine.
Okay. Hook his coat off so he doesn't get pizza grease on it. That's smart.
Yeah, very important. Okay, so now if you pick new game, yeah, you can now pick Virgil.
Okay.
Pick whatever you want. Yeah, okay, so yet again, gold will be infinite continues, but you can use gold orbs in order to immediately revive, which you haven't used the entire time, so props to that. Or yellow would be that continues are based on yellow orbs that you collect. Otherwise, you will restart the entire stage, the entire mission every time you die. So yeah, that's the difference between gold and yellow, and we picked gold for Dante. You might as well pick gold for Virgil.
Okay. Okay, so if I just press easy here, that's not gonna damage.
No. You might as well go save right now. Just do the save thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, as I said, do not save over number 1, save over number 2, so that you don't save over your Dante thing. As in, I meant no, slot 1 and or you can do slot 2 as well, but yeah, number 2 like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, try to remember that you have 2 for Virgil and 1 for Dante. Do not save over do not save over Dante with Virgil. Do not save over Virgil with Dante. Just something to keep in mind, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We have to load the loading screen.
I guess. Yeah. This is before everything of Dante.
So, you're looking for the Book of Ancient Legends. The tale of the demon warrior Sparda.
That's not what I'm looking for. Leave me.
Then what are you looking for? A demon that impregnates a woman who then bears twin sons. That's the story, isn't it?
Leave me. I won't tell you a third time.
People inherently fear evil.
Ow.
However, occasionally, a person may become seduced by evil.
What are you getting at?
Share with me the story of Sparda.
So this cutscene is what starts Virgil's story in the Devil May Cry 3 manga.
Okay.
And then we have a little bit of a time skip to this. So yeah, the entire manga happened and then this.
Is as I described before.
Okay.
It should be a simple matter for you. I will go to his place. I believe that I know where the item we seek is located.
Which connects to Arkham
You should dispose
visiting
of
Dante.
any obstacles quickly.
And of course they have to show him with his hair down again.
Yep. They are twins after all.
Yep.
They're stylish.
Yep. Stylish in a more disciplined way, because it's Virgil, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It begins.
Oh boy, are we getting special missions based around Virgil's story and all that? No, we're gonna get Dante's missions. Oh, okay.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah. I do think they intended to actually do that. I think they actually intended to actually make missions specifically for Virgil, so so you would get a proper story of Virgil, of what he does, and all that. Why do I think that? Because the blood trail that Arkham caused with his thumb on the Yamato, it makes a 1, doesn't it? Almost as if they intended to make missions, and they want to show off the different numbers and all that. I think it's a budget thing. I think after putting so much money into actually developing Virgil, they just did not have the remaining budget to actually make the missions for the story. So yeah, so I think this cutscene, or these 2 cutscenes, are just pretty much what's left of the plan, I guess.
Now, this is Dante's Awakening Special Edition. Was there a version before this that did not have Virgil?
Yes, the original Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening did not have Virgil at all.
Okay.
Or at least did not have Virgil as a playable character at all. Like, all things considered, Virgil as a character is quite an addition for Devil May Cry 3's Special Edition in terms of gameplay. Unfortunately, that's all they were able to do. They were only able to make a full character out of Virgil, or at least a full-ish character out of Virgil. Really, it is Devil May Cry 4 Virgil, which pretty much is the base now for how Virgil should play now. But yeah, Virgil in Devil May Cry 3 is quite an addition, really, when you really consider how much of a character they made out of him. Unfortunately, they had to make a decision. Are we going to have to make a proper semi-playable Virgil with a lot of special missions for him, or are we just going to make a full character out of Virgil, or a full-ish character out of Virgil, but he's just going to play through Dante's missions? And they just chose for the second one. Sometimes that's just the reality that just dawns on you like that.
Yeah. Even though it does make you wonder, like, oh, what if?
Yeah,
what could they have put in?
Yeah. Yeah, Virgil does not have multiple styles. He simply has Darkslayer. Darkslayer is essentially, what if Trickster was nothing but teleports? Like, Trickster started off with the old dashing thing and all that, but then as a level 3, you suddenly get the air trick to teleport. Well, Darkslayer's like, okay, what if it just starts with air trick and just have different air tricks for every level? So yeah, that's what Darkslayer is.
Interesting. Okay.
We might as well just, at the very least, go through the first mission, because that's just a fight. That's just fighting against a bunch of enemies. Yeah.
Memento from Virgil's father. The samurai-esque sword's blade is said to cut through anything. Now, I'm guessing because this is kind of like a mode that they didn't have the full budget to really put in, that's why it's like, alright, they're just going to give you Beowulf now.
Beowulf and Force Edge even. Yeah. I think if they actually made a proper story mode out of this, you would have actually gotten Beowulf properly in the story and all that. And as well as Force Edge, although that kind of makes you wonder, okay, how does that work? Is he just going to get Force Edge just for the final battle or something? I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, it could be something that he gets for the final battle, or...
Yeah.
I don't know, he just unlocked it somehow.
Dante beat Virgil by using Dorkslayer. Okay, so, I don't think you... Yeah, I don't think you actually saw... No, you never actually got to see Summon Swords, because Summon Swords is something that Virgil will only use in Dante Must Die mode. In the boss battles, only in Dante Must Die mode does Virgil the boss use Summon Swords. However, now you can just use it as a player.
Oh, that'll be interesting to try.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can try that.
Alright.
Alright, so...
So the special thing about the special thing about summon swords is you can do it while you are slashing with your devil arms. So that makes it very overpowered actually, because Dante actually has to stop slashing so he can shoot. Virgil does not need to do that. You can literally just mash both square and triangle at the same time, in which case you will slash and shoot the summon sword at the same time.
That's pretty useful.
Yeah.
And these are already pretty powerful.
Yeah. Alright, also the thing with Virgil is that right now you're using the Yamato. You can switch to Force Edge or Beowulf, but Virgil has no guns, I guess. No guns to switch to. That means that both triggers, they cycle in a different direction which weapon you are cycling through. He essentially has 3 devil arms at the same time, compared to Dante, who only has 2 devil arms at the same time.
I see. Okay.
Unfortunately, Virgil does not have the whole riding on enemy thing. I guess it's not his style.
Dang.
That's the lunar face. That attack is what Virgil used to kill Beowulf, or well, destroy the body of Beowulf, I guess.
Yes.
Because Beowulf was essentially decapitated already by that point.
Yeah, Beowulf had a lot of things going wrong for him that day.
Yep. And that's a demonstration of Virgil.
Alright. Yeah, so, like you said, this is just gonna go through Dante's story, but you're playing as Virgil.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm guessing there's no final cutscene then.
No, unfortunately not. They will add final cutscenes for Virgil in other games. In Devil May Cry 4, there is a starting cutscene, but there's also an ending cutscene. So at least that's something to motivate you to play through it, I guess. I mean, to be fair, in any other circumstances, I would say this game still motivates you to play through it because you just want to keep upgrading Virgil, just to see how powerful can Virgil be.
Right.
I should finish playing as Lady in Devil May Cry 4. Yeah, honestly, it is still fun to play as Lady. Granted, in Devil May Cry 4, you are going to play as Lady, but then eventually you switch over to Trish, because it's the Lady and Trish story in Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah, I've played almost every Devil May Cry. I guess I haven't finished 5 yet, but yeah, I played as Lady, and she's pretty fun.
Still want to keep trying to jump on enemies?
Yeah, it's too tempting.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Virgil already starts with Devil Trigger, but to be fair, even in story, Virgil would canonically already have Devil Trigger at this point anyway.
That's true. Yeah, he's definitely different. Like, it's not like each weapon plays differently.
Yeah.
So at least you can still get this, I guess.
Yeah. As opposed to the Virgil and Virgil story, name a pair more iconic than Virgil and Virgil. Yeah, Virgil just gets an entire story mode all to himself in Devil May Cry 4, which is kind of greedy, I think, but okay.
I'm gonna be killing you early.
Nice. Good finish with the Yamato there.
Yes. Keeps it in canon, sort of.
Exactly. Even though it is in a totally different environment, but sure.
Yes. Yeah, you didn't know that he was just in front of Dante's house at one point, fighting enemies.
Yeah,
While
indeed.
Dante's just eating their pizza in there.
Yeah. Also, boy, you are doing a lot better as Virgil, turns out.
Yeah, it's surprising.
Yeah.
I guess he's just that powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, honestly, for every new playable Virgil, that's kind of the gist with Virgil, really. His overpoweredness. Like, he doesn't have as many advanced techniques as Dante has, but the techniques that he does have, they pack so much of a punch that really he makes a joke out of the game, really.
Yeah.
Like, you are speeding through these missions right now as Virgil, turns out.
Yeah, although I think this is probably where it would start to take a while, just because the missions get longer at this point.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah, it was
I
nice.
figured I'd show off a little bit of Virgil.
Yeah, exactly. Also, reminder that you can still use the teleport thing to dash towards enemies.
I mean, I can, but I can also just keep doing this all day.
That's true. I once made a character in Dungeons and Dragons, which, well, not necessarily. He's not necessarily based on Virgil specifically. He's technically based on, well, let's just say a different version of Virgil, from Devil May Cry 5. But yeah, I did try to replicate the summoned swords by using Eldritch Blast, having Eldritch Blast essentially being the summoned swords. So yeah, that's kind of how I did that with Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, that's Devil May Cry 3. That's Virgil's side. That's all that.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah, you want to just switch back over to the chat or what?
Yeah, I guess we can switch back over.
All right.
I think we're good here.
All right then.
But yeah, this was pretty fun. Like I said before, I have played this game a few years ago, and I really enjoyed it. And it's nice to come back to it again, and you know, get your guidance and information to have a better experience with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also been fun for me just to kind of get an idea of, well, it's kind of like a wake-up call to me just to kind of realize, okay, so someone who starts from the basics, I guess, from action games, how does that go, and how should I kind of lower my own view of how to play action games, and just try to figure out the best way to explain things and all that.
Yeah.
It is essentially what... Yeah, it is. Honestly, it is what essentially led to me starting Ninja Gaiden for Beginners. Because that was the wake-up call that I needed to realize, okay, so a lot of times it's just a lack of information, really. So let's try to give that information.
Yeah. And, you know, these games can be difficult, so it's good to have at least some source of guide and tipping to make it a smoother experience.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so thank you for that.
Yeah,
I really
problem.
enjoyed coming back to it, and I appreciated your assistance and your commentary as well. You provided some very interesting trivia along the way.
Yeah, I'm happy you appreciate it. That said, I'm curious on, and yeah, considering we have finished Devil May Cry now, what do you plan to start with in the next Game Trade Blue?
I was thinking about doing Resident Evil. You know, continue this gothic style.
Fair.
But in a different franchise by Capcom.
Yeah. All right. In which case, do you actually want to start with Resident Evil 1? Or Resident Evil 1, the remake?
I feel like I'd be more interested in the remake. I think I actually own the remake on Steam.
Yeah, okay.
So it might be easy to do that way.
Yeah, okay, fair. All right. Yeah, then I will start doing my homework for that. it is definitely going to be a thing of try to get used to the whole fixed camera thing. Even so, I do think that hopefully with my guidance, I guess, I hope to at the very least help you appreciate fixed camera games. Because I am a big fan of fixed camera games. I was very excited when Tormented Souls turns out to actually be a fixed camera games instead of a over-the-shoulder third-person game. I still like over-the-shoulder third-person games, but I kind of miss fixed camera games, and I kind of hope to at the very least show you some appreciation for it, I guess.
Yeah, I think I would appreciate that, because I never really played there's fixed camera games aside from, I guess, this.
Yeah. The remake is harder. The remake is harder. I beat all the originals, but they all spanked me. Unhinged censorship. It looks way worse censored. Well, all right. They just released the originals on Steam. Yeah. They did. They were all already on Good Old Games. They were already on Good Old Games, but now they are also on Steam. So yeah, that's an option.
Okay.
That said, okay, the remake is harder. I wouldn't say that, honestly. Jill Valentine is easier in the original compared to the remake. That said, overall, the remake is easier. Because I think what people don't realize in the original Resident Evil 1 is that Jill Valentine is the easy mode, and Chris Redfield is a hard mode. Like, they don't advertise it like that, but that's essentially what was the case. But the remake, however, made it more balanced. Whereas, okay, there are some differences between Jill and Chris, but it kind of balances out a little bit by comparison. So, yeah, I guess the easiest would still be Jill Valentine original, but overall, the remake is easier. That's how I see things.
Okay.
Yeah.
The original on DS.
Oh, the GOG version might be better because the DRM. That's fair. GOG is definitely the better choice in that case. It's weird. I also beat the original on DS, so maybe there's a difference there. There is. Actually, the DS is actually a pretty good version of the original, honestly. That's my weird opinion on that. So, oh yeah, I play as Jill because I love Jill. I think the remake lets you select easy separately. Yeah, that's also a thing. Whereas in the original, it is Jill Valentine is easy mode and Chris Redfield is hard mode. With the remake, you can essentially choose Chris or Jill, which each have their differences, but stacking on top of that, do you want easy, normal, or hard? Granted, they don't call it easy, normal, or hard. They give you some kind of questionnaire thing, like, okay, do you like a walk in the park, or do you like to mountain climb? It's kind of like that.
Huh. I like to walk on the mountains.
Yeah. I like it because you can poke Jill. Oh boy. I remember Nemesis being a bit of a cakewalk. Maybe I used to be good at video games. The remake wrecks me. They say something like the easy path. Yeah, that's kind of what they're saying. But okay, yeah.
Okay.
Either way, Resident Evil. Yeah. Looking forward to it myself, really, because I have yet to actually do a stream of Resident Evil, mostly because I want to give Alone in the Dark more of a spotlight compared to Resident Evil. Resident Evil is getting so much spotlight lately. I just wanted to give Alone in the Dark more of a spotlight. But yeah, I still love Resident Evil. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to go through Resident Evil.
Yeah, maybe someday I'll play Alone in the Dark, because I think I own those now. But yeah, I think it'll be good to do Resident Evil next.
Yeah.
For both of us.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Resident Evil 4 original is just straight up easier. Resident Evil 4 is essentially like, what if we just take this horror franchise and just turn to an action game? But at least it's fun.
Interesting. Okay.
I want to play the New Nightmare I owned on GOG. Oh, a New Nightmare. I like it. After playing through it again, I do notice there are some things that may not be as intuitive as I initially thought. At least me having played it as a teenager, I thought, oh wow, this is a great Alone in the Dark game. But having played it again as an adult, I kind of realized, okay, I see where the issues are for a lot of people, because I myself, I can deal with them, but I do notice that there are some issues. That is why at this point, I actually do think that the latest Alone in the Dark, the reboot, is probably the best Alone in the Dark game for people to start with. But yeah, that's my opinion there. Oh, maybe I should play Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare on Game Boy Color. Don't! Oh god, don't! That's the version you should stream. I don't think I even want to, honestly. Like, they tried to make it 3D-ish, which is ambitious. I'll give it that. It is ambitious that they tried to do that. Okay. But the combat is essentially a RPG random encounter thing. It's very weird.
Well, we already passed April Fool's, so we missed that chance, but...
Oh, boy.
Oh, maybe your next April Fool's.
Oh, I'll think about it. Yeah, Alone in the Dark in general has such weird entry points. My first one was the Xbox game that's just straight broken, but I'm fond of it. I weirdly have a soft spot for Alone in the Dark Inferno. I know you're talking about the Xbox 360 version, but Inferno is how I call it, just to differentiate it from the first Alone in the Dark, or even the reboot Alone in the Dark. And with the originals, you have to be really scared of papercraft. I mean, honestly, I don't even play the original Alone in the Darks for scares. I just love the voice acting. Like, Jeremy Hartwood is just ingrained in my mind as a character, and I just love him. Oh, and then 2 and 3 aren't horror games at all, Cowboy or Pirate. Okay, here I want to defend it just a little bit. The thing is, Alone in the Dark can be considered the grandfather of survival horror games, but Alone in the Dark as a whole is meant to be an adventure game. Like, Alone in the Dark 1 is an adventure game first, it's rather than a horror game. So Alone in the Dark 2 and 3, they were also adventure games. So saying that, oh, it's not horror, well, technically it never really tried to be horror. It's more so an adventure with a horror vibe to it. That's kind of the thing. So that's me kind of defending 2 and 3 there. It's only from New Nightmare on that they kind of looked in hindsight to how Resident Evil does things. And they said, oh yeah, sure, I guess because we are technically the grandfather of survival horror, I guess we will lean into the horror. But Alone in the Dark used to be adventure rather than horror. So yeah, that's my little defense against it. I think it's kind of funny. I consider the trilogy an adventure game. Yeah, it is. It is meant to be an adventure game. So yeah, that's that thing about Alone in the Dark. People must have been really confused by that theme change even at the time. No, they haven't. That's why I defend it. They weren't confused because Alone in the Dark wasn't meant to be horror. Like, there is a horror theme to it, but the Alone in the Dark was meant to be adventure first. That's why you are, oh, there is a cave underneath this thing. It's Indiana Jones, actually. So, yeah. So, again, the whole idea of a survival horror game. Yeah, sure, there was a game called Sweet Home all the way for the NES, but that was like a single game that Capcom made. It's not like it was a theme. Back then, horror games were, oh, let's add blood. That's what a horror game was. So, yeah. It is a perspective thing. It is a thing that, in hindsight nowadays, we kind of think, oh, must have been very weird. No, it wasn't. It wasn't weird. That's how history was.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just a very big fan of Alone in the Dark. I do I do a lot of research on what the perspectives of the time was and all that. So yeah, just kind of pointing it out here, like how everything was. Yeah, it is really through hindsight that we are kind of looking at Alone in the Dark as a horror franchise. But at the time, it wasn't a horror franchise. It just started off a lot of trends that led to the horror franchise.
Yes, and if you check out Humane Entertainment's Twitch, I think they might still be on Twitch, but definitely on his YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
There are plenty of Alone in the Dark streams that you can check out, and he'll give you all sorts of trivia and information about those games.
Yep.
It's pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah, even on my YouTube, I actually have a separate playlist specifically for Alone Dark, which is in chronological order.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to play the Blair Witch Resi-style game. That's a sequel to a completely unrelated game. I do not know about that. I might check that out just out of curiosity at this point.
Is it canon to the Blair Witch timeline?
I mean, is Blair Witch 2 even canonical to the Blair Witch timeline? It's kind of weird. Oh, Lance should play Clock Tower 3 with no prior knowledge of it. I want to see him get confused. To be fair, he already kinda saw Starlight play it.
Yes, although I don't really remember too much other than that she was running around a lot and there was a lot of screaming.
That describes Clock Tower as a whole, really. Oh, running away from something and screaming. Yeah, that's Clock Tower right there.
Yes.
You play as a supernatural detective from a different game series. It cold opens with finding zombies. Wait, Clock Tower? What? Oh, you didn't see the best part then. Good. I think you are confused about a supernatural detective. I don't know. I think you have a different Clock Tower 3 in mind than what I have in mind. Oh, no, the Blair Witch game. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. That makes more sense.
Okay. Intriguing.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe someday.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the next game we're gonna do with Game Trade would be Resident Evil 1.
Mm-hmm.
Although next week's Game Trade is gonna be the return to Mega Man Battle Network.
That's true. Yeah, but the next Game Trade Blue is going to be Resident Evil.
Yes.
All right then. Yeah. Also, Clock Tower 3 is different in different countries. The one with the blonde girl on PlayStation 3. No, actually, Clock Tower 3 is consistent on everything. It is Clock Tower 1 and 2 that is inconsistent. It is either you have Clock Tower 1, as in the actual Clock Tower 1, or Clock Tower 2, which just got released as Clock Tower 1. Oh, then what is Clock Tower 2 then? Clock Tower 2 would be Ghost Head, which is actually a spin-off. So yeah, that's the confusing thing, but weirdly enough, Clock Tower 3 was able to properly be named Clock Tower 3 because they already changed 1 and 2 there.
Sounds confusing.
Yeah, it is.
Huh, okay.
All right.
But yeah, that's about it for me. I might try to do a Hollow Knight stream at some point because I want to get back to that. I wanted to do one the past couple of days, but I was just too exhausted.
Nah, that's fair.
So we'll see if maybe this week we'll be able to do Hollow Knight. What about you? What are you working on?
Well, not Clock Tower, unfortunately. Ghost Head was also an alias, wasn't it? Yeah, it is. But, yeah, no, I have, a bunch of random access streams planned. Well, actually, the whole idea is that it's not planned. It is just me doing random things. Kotaro the Robin, however... Yeah. Kotaro the Robin, however, seems to be intending to play Sonic Heroes on Sunday. And then, as a two-parter. So it's upcoming Sunday, Sonic Heroes. He's gonna do Team Rose and then Team Sonic. And then the next Sunday, he's going to do Team Dark and then Team Chaotix and then the last story. So that's what Kotaro is planning. I myself, I'm just going to stick to some random access streams, some more Game Trade, which, yeah, the upcoming one will be Mega Man Battle Network. And on Mondays, I still do Ninja Gaiden for Beginners. That said, the next Ninja Gaiden for Beginners is going to be the last one for Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which is the first Xbox Ninja Gaiden, essentially. I am still kind of thinking about, should I take a break for a bit before I continue with Ninja Gaiden 2? Or should I just immediately continue with Ninja Gaiden 2? I'm still kind of thinking about that right now. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's something to think about, depending on how, you want to continue the random access streams and all that.
Yeah. Even so, the random access streams at this point is just so I can get that achievement for 25 streams on 25 different days in 30 days. That's the real reason. Like, honestly, right. it might be possible that I would just stop the random access streams afterwards. Who knows?
Dante and Team Chaotix should team up to fight evil and earn pizza money. The connecting thread of being poor.
Honestly and weirdly. You know what? Actually, that kind of reminds me, because I have been lurking in the chat of Kotaro the Robin. When he was playing Knuckles Chaotix, I did kind of think, okay, the fact that Knuckles Chaotix actually allows you to go into depth. I wonder if that was their inspiration on having the Chaotix be poor all the time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. I bet Dante and Vector would hang out. Oh yeah, honestly, they seem to be similar people in that regard.
Oh yeah. I think they get along nicely.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, is that it for you?
Finna was just like quitting in this scenario.
Maybe.
Yes, that's it for me.
All right. I guess I will just. I don't know how this connects, but it will eventually. Everything connects somehow. But yeah.
It's all connected.
Indeed. But with that, I think I'm just going to end the stream. So I guess remember, if you strive to be better than your enemies, be better for your friends, and be better than yourself. Take care and see ya.
Farewell.